Welcome back to Remake TV. You are watching The Elephant in the Room, and we are just finishing up talking to Nalish, who was a teen mom but has gone down the right path. This is not MTV. This is not 16 and Pregnant. We have a real success story here. So Nalish, you have two businesses. You have your motivational speaking and your financial business. Now, what do you think links these together from your life?
Definitely my experiences with working with youth, understanding for myself even that in school you're just not taught about finances at all. Why
do you think that is? Why do you think it's being hidden from the youth?
Honestly, I really don't know.
You don't know? It's one of life's mysteries.
Questions that I really don't know, but it's obviously being hidden. It's important that you go to school, you get an education, you go to work, you get a job, and that's about it, right? Nobody's
pay in, pay out, that's all.
Nobody educates you about how to manage money. Nobody educates you about credit or anything like that. It's just you go, you make your money, and that's it. You kind of just wing it, right? So, the connection definitely is working with the young offenders and them kind of tapping into that, saying they want to learn this information, and me being somebody who's supposed to be able to educate them, not being able to educate them.
Do you think that's at least part of the reason they are young and committing these crimes? They need money in some cases, and they don't know how to get it. They don't know how to manage it. They're in debt for various reasons.
Right.
You think that contributes?
It contributes a lot.
Yes.
It really does. For me, working with young offenders, one of the biggest things that I took from that is majority of these young guys specifically are all business-minded. They are all business-minded. They just need to be directed in the right direction, and they're looking for it but cannot find it. Right. So I definitely chose to go down the path of financial services as a result of that, and passionately wanting to educate people about money, about credit, about all these important parts of life that will, essentially create a better life for the individual's family and generations to come.
Now, I think you touched a little bit this on before, but where did you learn all your credit skills?
It's over the years, over 15 years of learning, being self-taught, essentially, right? It's funny, when I was just finishing high school, I was working for Heritage Scholarship Trust Plan, educating about the importance of an education plan for children. That was just a part-time job, right? Because I was going in the correctional field, but then ended up coming back to the financial service side, right? So I learned a lot dealing with credit, with car loans and mortgages and that. So specifically the questions that I got when I would underwrite deals, sit down and underwrite deals and realize that people really had no clue whatsoever. You think about it, if you go to the bank right now and you apply for a loan, you have excellent credit, you're approved. You're happy?
Great. I got my loan. I'm happy.
Well, right?
Yes. You
don't have excellent credit. You're declined.
I'm not happy now, and now I'm in a situation where I can't pay my rent or I can't pay my mortgage or something.
Exactly.
Right.
But you ask, why was I declined?
Okay.
The answer is generally you don't meet our criteria or your credit is not good. What's wrong with my credit? What's my credit score? We can't give you that information. Right? That's usually what you get. Wherever you go, we can't give you that information. Okay, so where do you get this information? You go to Equifax or TransUnion.
Right.
You pull your credit report, you get a credit score. You look at this piece of paper, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to you.
Okay.
Right? So it's frustration. Everybody's just frustrated because they don't understand. Nobody's teaching them. Everybody's frustrated.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's where I come into the picture. You call me, 1-877-216-1979, Forvan Financial Firm. That's 1-877-216-1979. And our website, once again, is www.forvanfinancial.com.
All right, so you've taken us all the way through. Is there anything else that you want to add on or say perhaps to people out there listening, perhaps to teen moms that were in your situation?
For teen moms that are in my situation right now, it's very important that you identify what you want to do with your life. Your life is not over because you have a child. I know it's hard, I know it's not easy, but you can make it, you can do it. Do not listen to negative people, do not listen to negative stereotypes. Know within yourself what you're capable of doing and go out there and make it happen for your children and for yourself as well. Everyone else, And when it comes to credit, like I said, whether you are young or old, you need to understand your credit. You need to get a copy of your credit report and be able to read it. And that's where I come in, and I can assist you in putting you on a program that will change your life forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Forever. That's a pretty good promise.
For sure.
Now, let me ask you, before we close out, from just the motivational speaker side, where do you see yourself going?
I don't think I will stop. It's something that I enjoy immensely.
That's good.
So,
I think enjoying your job is very important.
For sure, for sure. So I'm pretty sure I will continue to do motivational speaks until I can't do it anymore. That's something that I really enjoy. And from the business side, I'm looking to grow my business immensely and help a lot of people to become financially successful.
So what's the dream for the financial business?
As bigger, better, greater, as big as it can go.
Always?
Always.
Always?
Yeah.
That's
sure.
Great. You definitely overcome a lot of hurdles, but there are so many people out there that haven't. I mean, there's so many people that don't have your education or the luck that you had with jobs. It sounds like you had a lot of jobs that came at the right time. What do you advise for them? Just the normal everyday person, 18, 19 years old, out of university, so in debt, $30,000, $40,000 in debt, they can't get a job, and they don't have the knowledge that you have. Would you advise that they call you, get a credit card, start living on credit?
I would advise that you call me.
Because that's 90% of people right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
You call me and we'll sit together and put together a credit management program where you will be fine no matter what the situation is. You can leverage the credit system and live off of it during the times when you're not working. When you have the right system in place, I'm telling you, you can do this. So you contact me and we can make this happen. You don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to be, unfortunately, I remember, back in 2009 when the whole crisis took place.
Yes.
One of the things that really hurt me was hearing all these stories of families, groups of families committing suicide.
Yes.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Because of the economic downfall and the stock market.
Feeling that there's no hope.
Yes.
Right? That's so sad to me because they just didn't understand the picture, the brighter side of what they could actually turn their life around and do. With everything negative, there's always a positive. Always stay focused on the positive.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Now, do you advise with the stock market, we were just talking about that, people play the stocks as well? Play the stock market game?
No, for me, that's not something.
You don't do it?
No.
That's
up to the
enough
individual.
as a risk.
Yeah. Let's deal with what we can understand. Let me sit down and show you how to read your credit bureau, how to understand it and manage it. You should be the one managing your finances, not anybody else.
I think that's very important.
Right.
And so you'll sit them down, you'll tell them how to read their credit score.
Right.
And can you give me just a brief example of a plan that you might create, say for somebody right out of school with no credit?
Somebody right out of school with no credit, I would put them on a plan where they would be looking to get at least 3 to 4 credit cards and stay under that 35% utilization rate. Maximizing that, playing around with using the card here and there and making sure you stay underneath the utilization rate, and then getting to that point where you can then contact the lender or the credit card company and ask them to increase the amount that they're allowed to use their credit, right? Because essentially what you want to do is you want to get to the point where you have highly effective credit. When you have highly effective credit, then that's where you can access over $400,000 in unsecured credit from the banks. At that point in time, that's where you're going to turn around and use that money, leverage it to invest in a business. Everybody should have their own business, by the way. If you don't have your own business.
Now that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Why your own business? Why not? It's easier to just show up for work and then go home.
No, everyone should have their own business for a variety of reasons. It's empowering for one. For two, you're in a position where you can control how much money you make. When you work for someone, you are always going to be at a cap. They're always going to say this is how much you can get and that's it. When you work for yourself, the sky's the limit.
Yes.
Right. So why wouldn't you want to work for yourself?
But you definitely have to have a lot of knowledge before you start working for yourself.
Is important, for sure.
And what about a brief plan for somebody who's just, regular midlife, mortgage, kids, all that? What would you advise to get them ready for retirement?
It's important to put together, once again, a plan based on what they're looking to achieve with their retirement. Having a mortgage, there's so many different things to put together in that portfolio, right? So I couldn't even really go into it right now.
Yeah,
but,
there's a lot.
contact me, and we would sit down and put together a program that benefits, you for what you want to do.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Nalish, for being on the show. I've certainly found it inspiring. I learned a lot. I'm so glad that you overcame all the hurdles that you did, and I wish you the best of luck in both your businesses and with your son as well. So I am Jasmine Bowen, and you have been watching The Elephant on the Room. Today we've learned that not all teen moms go down the path that MTV shows you. Don't believe everything you see on TV, on Remake TV. This is real people and real issues. Until next time, have a great day and see you later.